One penis policies. Possibly the most hot button topic in the non-monogamous community. As the name suggests, a one penis policy is a non-monogamous relationship rule that only one male can be involved in the relationship. Now, there can be different variations and tweaks to this, but from my experience, this is the core rule almost 100% of the time. You'll notice I use the term male and not man because most of the time, these policies are really about sex, not gender. More on that in a bit. One vagina policies also exist, but from what I've seen, they're much more rare, so I'm only going to talk about one penis policies in this video. Now, every time I post about one penis policies, I get a ton of comments with a lot of rebuttals. So in this video, I will go over what I think about one penis policies and respond to some of the most common rebuttals I get on the topic. Here's to hoping my channel doesn't get taken down for saying the word penis a lot. So what do I think? TLDR, I do not like one penis policies. There are 5 main reasons why. First of all, I simply believe that one penis policies are sexist. These policies very directly treat sexes differently than one another and holds them to different standards. That, seems pretty sexist to me. Not much more to say there. Number 2, one penis policies are often for the benefit of one man in a relationship and nobody else. In a vast majority of one penis policies, a cisgendered heterosexual man has all of the control. The language used is very much that they allow their partners to do something or they let them do something, which to me comes off as very controlling. The heterosexual man often isn't restricted from exploring more opposite sex relationships, whereas the woman is. And sometimes the man is only okay with the situation because he gets pleasure from it by sexualizing same-sex women relationships. Number 3, I think one penis policies are transphobic. We often use the words man and woman when discussing one penis policies, but it's really about genitals, not gender. I mean, the word penis is literally in the name. These policies often shut out trans women and allow trans men because they are not viewed as real men. Ugh, I feel gross just saying it. I'm sure I've already misused the words sex and gender in this video. It's hard to even discuss the topic without being trans-exclusionary or transphobic in some way. Number 4, I think one penis policies are homophobic. Now you may be thinking, wait a minute, you're enabling same-sex relationships. How is that homophobic? And to that I say, ask why the same-sex relationships are being enabled and the opposite-sex ones are not. More often than not, it's because the same-sex relationship is not viewed as any sort of threat. It's not taken seriously. And that's pretty homophobic. Number 5, I believe one penis policies are deeply rooted in insecurity. Like a persistent child, if you keep asking why enough times, you're almost always going to find some kind of insecurity with other men. And hey, I get it. Like most men, society taught me from birth that when it comes to relationships, other men are competition and women are prizes to be won. Given what's been pounded into our heads, it's no surprise that we see men as a threat to what we have. But I think we can do better than that and work through our insecurities instead of playing into them. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like. It really helps me with the algorithm. Thanks a bunch. So let's go over some common rebuttals. Rebuttal number 1. I'm often told I need to stop telling people what to do. I'm not instructing anyone on how to conduct their own relationships. I'm just giving my take on a common relationship dynamic in the non-monogamous community. I'm analyzing and discussing, which is a lot different than telling people what to do. Rebuttal number 2. If everyone consents, then there's no problem. I do mostly agree with this. If everyone agrees and consents to the policy, then you do you. But I will say that consensual and ethical are 2 different things. Consent is extremely important in any relationship, but it doesn't negate any of the issues I outlined earlier. Rebuttal number 3. What if the woman doesn't want other men? For me, the response to this one is very simple. If a woman doesn't want other men, then what's the point in having a policy preventing them from seeking other men? In that case, a one penis policy is completely unnecessary. Rebuttal number 4. The woman already has a relationship with the man and shouldn't have to go elsewhere for something that man can already provide. My first problem with this is that the man is often not held to the same standard. The man is already in a relationship with a woman, so by this logic, shouldn't he also not be allowed to pursue women? My other issue with this rebuttal is that we only seem to apply this logic to genitals. For example, my partner and I love horror movies. They can provide me with a night of staying in and watching horror movies together. Because they can already provide that to me, does that mean we have to have a one movie buff policy? The reasoning there doesn't really track. Why are genitals the only thing some non-monogamous people restrict from their partners? After all, people are whole people and not just their genitals. Rebuttal number 5. The woman is bisexual or pansexual and being given the freedom to explore the same-sex side of their sexuality. Similar to my last point, is the man held to the same standard? Maybe, but more than often not. The woman's ability to explore opposite-sex relationships is restricted, whereas the man's is not. This one kind of feels like a way to put a positive spin on something that's ultimately still unequally restrictive. Rebuttal number 6. I don't trust other men. I do understand this one. There are countless men out there who are, let's just say, not very kind to women. But in my eyes, this trust issue doesn't lie with a certain sex or gender, it's an issue with trusting your partner's judgment. Even if you don't trust other men, you should be able to trust your partner's decision-making about other men. Rebuttal number 7. What if someone acknowledges they're insecure and a one-penis policy is a solution to keep them comfortable? That's fair. If someone has deep insecurity issues and is honest about it and the partner agrees to a one-penis policy as a solution, then more power to them. Different strokes for different folks. To me, it feels like that's just sweeping a big problem under the rug. And without properly addressing that problem, it could potentially cause issues over and over again. I've discussed this topic so many times with so many people, and I have yet to see a one-penis policy that isn't at best problematic. Most of the time, they seem outright unethical. But hey, I am not just here to wag my finger at men and tell them they're wrong. I've been in a position where I was very insecure and didn't really want my partner seeing other men. I know how that feels. In my opinion, working through those insecurities with your partner is a far better solution than a strict one-penis policy. You may be thinking that sounds much more difficult, but for me, in the long term, it's been easier. If I ever had a one-penis policy, I know for a fact that it would be a constant point of argument that put strain on my relationships. And frankly, I'm an overall better person for working through my insecurities. My jealousy has improved dramatically, everything feels much more fair, and there's no tension caused by people being unequally restricted. So I've said my piece, and now I want to hear from you. What do you think? Did I miss something? Do you think something I said was wrong? Do you agree but have something to add? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, there is a whole lot more to come, so hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.